actually start my speech, I just want to say something. This is really only applies to people that were in advanced acting today. If anyone noticed, Boylan was being a little bit snappy with me, and that's because we had a plan. And the plan didn't go as planned. Long story short, we were going to have like a really fun like end of the year fight, and we were going to get at each other. But then after we did awards, we were like, we're too emotionally drained for that. So we decided not to. So those of you, she doesn't, at least I don't think she hates me. It didn't hurt you twice. Anyway, I just wanted to say that she's not a terrible person, I swear. That I know. Anyway. Okay, so anyway, my speech is so long that I actually titled it. It is called I Will Never Forget. Okay. I have thought about this day ever since I found out about drama. Since sophomore year, I have thought about what I would say, what advice I would give, and I have this entire speech written, and it does not leave a mark on everything I want to say. There are too many people to thank, admire, and adore, but I can't. I have so much to say, yet such little time. With that said, I don't want you to fall asleep and be bored during this. Warning, you may. It's awfully long, but every word I've written is important to me and something I feel necessary to say. So, I apologize now for the long speech because I will not be apologizing again. And do not cry, because if you cry, I cry, but if I'm already crying, ignore everything I just said. Anyway, here it goes. Within my 4 years at Mountain View, I have been involved in 11 plays, 3 years of drama competition, 2 talent shows, 1 year of drama club leadership, participated in 3 movies, 1 commercial. Spoiler alert, I got cut out of that commercial, but still got paid. So it was basically free money. I got called back for the Jimmy Awards and got the Legacy Award among the other seniors. And within all of these things, I have been 5 leads, 3 supporting characters, won first place in the 3rd annual talent show my sophomore year, singing my original song, was a finalist all 3 years of drama competition, won first place in the state drama competition my junior year with my original series group, and won 2nd place in the state drama competition for the original series group I was in this year. I got my letter, 1st and 2nd bar, and drama mask. Although I have done all of these things, being in 11 shows is not what makes me feel accomplished. Winning the talent show did not make me feel worthy. Being in drama competition is not what made me feel good enough with my performance skills. Because truthfully, nobody will remember that I did any of this in a decade. I'm not going to remember every show and depth I participated in a decade. What I will remember are the people that surrounded me. I will remember the happiness and supportiveness I received constantly by my peers and directors, as I will also remember the hurt and disappointment I suffered and endured. I've been called the glue of the department, or I've also been called the girl who always gets lead roles. People have even told me the only reason I get lead roles is because I'm the director's favorite. As if I haven't worked hard to be where I am, and like I have not proven myself and my commitment to the department. But the truth is that I am no different than any of you. I am no better, no more talented, no more deserving of the things I've done. I was the quiet kid in the back of the class, the person who dreamed of having a lead role, the weird, awkward theater kid that only wanted to matter and be something. My accomplishments are not the reason I matter and consider myself as something now. Just the same as my failures are not who I am, and they're not who you are either. This department is hands down the most welcoming, accepting, and supportive place I have been a part of. That's the reason every person belongs here. That's the reason I've been so committed to this department the last 4 years. I will remember this department like the back of my hand, just the same as I will never forget the Tuesday check-in jingle. I will never forget the first day I walked into Ms. Boylan's 2nd period B-Day class on August 26, 2018, and how that was the first day I met Holland Stoll. Just like when I found out how much she did not like me in the beginning of the year. Side note, she's obsessed with me now. So. I will never forget when Emily Leister and I became friends during our first high school musical and show based in Toyland in December of 2018. I will never forget the day Miss Boylan told my Acting 1 class the story behind Dream Sideways, and I will never forget how much it impacted me. I will never forget when I was in Out of the Frying Pan my sophomore year and became partners in crime with Jaden Hamrick. And I will never forget the day I missed opening night because I was sick and Sophia Koenig had to take my role for the night because she was
You were so mad at me.
I was bitter to school during my 8A first period acting 2 class. I'll never forget the day I was told Julian Fields became the man he's supposed to be and how inspired I was from his bravery. I will never forget the last relief I felt when I knew we would never finish doing Steel Magnolias because of COVID. I'm still upset Clary couldn't make her debut. And I'll never forget Holland Stoll, Emily Leister, Rhiannon Clark, Sophia Krennick, and Elizabeth Jacobs, and how we have been together since day one. I will never forget when I won the 2020 third annual NBHS Talent Show singing my original song 319 with my best friend sitting in the audience, and how the applause was the loudest applause I have heard to this day, adding this in until you guys did a standing ovation. I will also never forget how the night of the talent show did not go exactly as planned, and it somehow ended in me feeling intense heartbreak. I will never forget the 2020 Drama Awards on a Teams call during COVID. I will never forget when I became closer with Amaro because of how many times she changed my roles in Puffs my junior year. I will also never forget how after Jane and I started dating, Amaro told Jane to wait until after Puffs was over to break up with me. Surprise! He did not break up with me. I will never forget when Emily Leister and I went to state drama competition for our original humorous piece, and when Holland Stoll, Aaliyah Faust, and I won second place for our original serious piece at the state drama competition, and how it felt like time froze when we won. I will never forget when I saw my face on the screen of the old movie theater I used to work at for the movie Holland Stoll and I acted in. I will never forget my first onstage romance with Mason Price during White Spirit, and how I thought he was so annoying. I will also never forget my last onstage romance with Mason Price during Cinderella, and how he became my best friend. Told you were gonna cry. I'll never forget the day I dropped out of the race for Drama Club president because I really believed in someone else's ideas and plans, and when I became known as the competition manager for Drama Club. There's 4 pages, sorry. I will never forget all of the underclassmen I worked with and how positive and funny they all were. I will never forget all of the upperclassmen and all the times we reminisced about time moving too fast. I will never forget the day Emily Leister and I laid on the auditorium floor and talked about how when I owned a theater company, she would be an acting teacher bear. I will also never forget the day Holland Stoll asked me to move to Georgia with her to pursue acting, and how hard I knew it was going to be to say goodbye. I will never forget the day Amaro told me about the opportunity for the Jimmy Awards. And I will never forget when Luke Lawrence complimented me after one of the performances with a bouquet, even though I had no idea who he was. But most of all, I will never forget the gratitude and endless opportunities I've been so kindly given, even though they were sometimes undeserved. I will never forget every terrible audition Boylan and Amaro were forced to watch, yet they still believed in me anyway. I will never forget the never-ending supportiveness I received from Boylan and Amaro and how they completely, genuinely changed my life more than they could ever know or understand. Lost my place, I can't see. I will never forget how much this department struck me and kept me alive when I sometimes did not want to be. I will never forget the times I lost the spark and wrote about myself because life felt great instead of colorful. When I wished the days would go by faster so I could sleep the ache away. When I became resistant and distant because it seemed like the universe was not only against me, but against anything that could have remained good. When rehearsal felt like a chore and waking up felt unnecessary. When I wondered if putting on Cinderella was more important than my life. When I told people how loved and worthy they were every show, and I never truly felt that way about myself. But I will also remember the people who made it feel worth it. The people that made life worth living, and the people I decided to wake up for every day because I knew I couldn't do it for myself. Remembering that I would one day have to give the Legacy Award away. Thank you, Holland Stoll, for making me feel sane in times of insanity. Thank you, Emily Leister, for sticking by my side even when I was not easy to be around. Thank you, Mason Price, for making me feel heard and listened to. Thank you, Jaden Hamrick, for making me feel so incredibly lovable. Thank you to Boylan and Amaro for allowing me room to grow and change and accepting me regardless. Thank you to the upperclassmen for being so inspiring and giving me lifelong memories I am blessed to have had. Thank you to the underclassmen for being so incredibly kind and fun to work with. Thank you to the things that kept me alive while I'm in school. Did save me. Finally, thank you to the things and people that tore me down to the point of self-destruction without any reason or explanation. Because I would not be who I am today without it. I purely accept everything that has happened, and this is my official goodbye statement to those to no longer affect me anymore. The love and compassion in this department will remain within me and be spread to my future doings. I hope you all will take the same wherever you end up. I hope you all never forget how wanted and appreciated you are. You matter, you are loved, and you are so undeniably worthy of everything good this world has to offer. I hope you never lose the appreciation and passion for this wonderful place. And even when it feels like the universe is against you, or if people try to tear you down, or you feel alone, or whatever it is, I hope you know that you will be okay. And you have so much to offer. I hope you never forget that. The likelihood is that I won't speak to most of you ever again. And while sad, it's true. And so, if this happens to be one of the last times I will see you, I wish you all the best of luck on your journey and hope you know I will always believe in you, even if it's from afar. It is really hard to leave a place I love so much, and it's not even my choice. I have to leave, and I'm never going to be ready to leave. This is one of the hardest goodbyes I will ever deal with. But overall, I am so excited for the future of this place and all of you. I am excited to see where this department goes and the talent connections that will be created. I will miss having the chance to do that here. Once again, you matter, you are loved, you are worthy, and you belong here. Now, the very last thing I will do for this department. For those who do not know, I was given the Legacy Award last year from Carson O'Brien. The Legacy Award is an award given to upcoming seniors from the holder of the Legacy Award every year. And the holder is supposed to pick someone they feel is of utmost deserving of the award and hopes to be a good example for the drama department during their senior year. Choosing a person was an extremely challenging task. I had the whole junior drama department to choose from, and I had to choose one person. One? How am I supposed to do that when there are so many talented and amazing people that deserve it just as much? It seemed impossible to pick. While a challenging task, I obviously chose. While choosing one, I stayed completely unbiased and chose who I thought would be a good example for the drama department. The person I chose is kind, supportive, and passionate. They are hardworking and a good leader when they want to be. They are so genuine and clearly love this department. When I was going through everyone I could choose, no one could truly compare to this person's commitment in the department. And just as a side note, to the people that do not receive the Legacy Award, I just want to say that this does not mean your passion and commitment goes unnoticed. You are all seen, you are all heard, and I love you all immensely. With that said, I do not want to lessen the Legacy Award's meaning, because it was an honor receiving it. Just the same, I am honored to give it away. With that being said, your 2022 to 2023 School Year Legacy Award holder for the Drama Department is, drum roll please, Jason Price. I made you cry.